Live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, we don't have any hockey or basketball, Tim.
It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, we don't have any playoffs.
Well, I was about to say, we do have
WNBA, but we don't have playoffs. We have Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Heat and Celtics tomorrow, as well as Games 5 of Vegas and Dallas.
It's always Dallas and 7.
But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday when we went wrong in the world of sports betting. In the MLB, 5-3, up 1.13 units. Rays' first 5 run line was a nice winner. Then lost the next 3. Miami money line was a loser. The Yankees' first 5 was a loser. The White Sox and Tigers' first 5 under was a loser. Then the end of the night was 4 straight winners. The Braves' first 5 came through in the bottom of the 5th. Mets team total over 3.5 was easy. Mets Cubbies full game over was easy. And never in doubt, no sweat winner. Oakland, Seattle, first 5 under 4. It was 2-1 at the end of the first inning, and it finished 2-1 at the end of the 5th inning. So that's fun. So a nice little winner there to end the night. 5-3 of 1.13 units in the MLB. In the NHL, win 1-0. Dallas Stars. System play comes in. We're going to see a Game 5. Do we really think that both series were going to be sweeps? I didn't think so. In the NBA, went 1-1. The Celtics came 2 points short of their full game team total over. Hit their first half team total over, though, of 57.5. I should just play the trifecta because they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. Blow them out. And now, all of a sudden, Celtics are 2 games away from coming back all the way from down 3-0.
I'm putting in the bet now. Heat and 7.
Heat and 7? Or Celtics and 7?
Heat and 7. Heat are going to come Celtics are going to come all the way back just to fail in the last game.
Fair. And then last night, to end the night, I was handed my first loss in the WNBA. I had the under 171 in LA and Vegas, which was looking decent for a while. And then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, it became a 3-point contest. So that was fun. I did on live stream last night grab the Las Vegas Aces live at -116. So that was cool. So I made a little bit back, but overall yesterday, 7-5 up 1.52 units. So definitely 2 straight winning days now, up almost 3 units in those 2 days though. So hopefully you'll have a good day and continue to work back from what was the last 2 weeks.
There you go. Let me pull up what did we do on the site yesterday. Hey, we had a profitable day on the site. All right. Snap the 5-day losing streak. Start off with the Tampa Bay Rays run line. Plus 135. Nice winner there. We're not going to talk about Chelsea because they suck. Miami. Oh, my God. The Marlins. Jesus. Freaking came all the way back in the top of the 9th just to let it get walked off in the bottom of the 9th. Unbelievable. The Atlanta Braves money line winner. Mets over winner. The Mets put up 10 runs by themselves yesterday. That was nice. I'm happy I put up only the Miami money line because I got to pay less juice to lose. So that was nice. Yeah, the under in that Oakland game. They scored 3 runs in the first, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 8th. Easy winner there. Sparks plus 14.5 winner. And then Minnesota fell apart at the end. I think. I don't remember. I didn't watch the game. Oh, no, they were catching up. They were down big to start the game. So it is what it is. 1-1 there. Broke even on WNBA. I have 2 WNBA plays today. Along with some college baseball, which college baseball went 5-3 yesterday. I don't remember exactly what I had. Because unfortunately I was in AD and I deleted it. So, but I had a 5-3 day there. I'll quickly give out the can I put these in just yeah, I can. For today, real quick, we'll go ahead and grab East Carolina -210 because I'm a homer. And that is the only reason why. And they have no totals. I would have taken the over. I'll take Evansville plus 125, short line versus Indiana State. I'll grab Duke on the neutral site. That's being played at the Durham Bowl Stadium where the Duke Blue Devils play. Also hoping for Duke to win the ACC tournament so they can host a regional. Anyways, Michigan, well, that means that ECU could possibly host one if that happens. So Michigan plus 120 versus the Hoosiers of Indiana. I'll take South Carolina upstate. A couple weeks ago, they were able to take 2 out of 3 from Campbell. And I think they take today's game against Campbell as well. Texas A&M, they get to go up against LSU. LSU coming off their loss against Arkansas. Texas A&M got a lot more hungry because they need to win a couple more games to make the tournament. LSU is already pretty much locked into hosting, so this game means a lot more to them. How about a little bit of Georgetown action plus $2 against UConn? UConn coming off of getting blown out. I'm hoping that UConn loses today so that they completely get knocked out of the Big East, and that opens up another spot for ECU. But I do like Georgetown at plus $2 in this one. How about this one for a price, Nick? Wake Forest is only a minus 170 today against unranked Notre Dame. Let's grab the Irish plus 130 on that one. I'll grab a little bit of Oklahoma against Oklahoma State plus 120, and a little bit of Texas State to wrap it up against UL Lafayette. A bunch of plus monies. Hopefully we have a good day like we did yesterday. There you go, some college baseball because it is conference tournament time. And don't worry. Next weekend, regionals. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, we'll hopefully know where all the teams are going then.
Yep. Nick, do you want to go through the chat real quick?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Burrito.
All right, weirdo. What's good, twins? What's good, Moneyline Mills? Morning, guys. Morning, Dad. Yes, rocking the Road Warriors shirt today. Yo, what's good, Markel? Orioles money line yesterday. Isn't there a stat that says the Orioles win the first the opener of a series this year? I believe. Yeah, they've won all but one. I think first game of the series. Morning. Best bet yesterday, Rays -1. Probably looking at the Rays again today. But do you want to get into some baseball?
No.
Okay, cool.
You got
How about now? All right.
Yeah.
Chicago Cubs -155 favorites against the Cincinnati Reds. The Cubbies are a total 7 in this game. Let's get up my ticket comp numbers here. There we go. Click on. There we go. All right. Let's get up the line history here. This game taking place at 2:20, so a little afternoon action. Line opened up at -165. It's now down to a 151, so a 14-cent line movement towards the Cincinnati Reds. Line opened up at 7 even money. It's now 7 at -101, so a 1-cent line movement towards the over. It did get up to -116 for the over 7, but it's come back down. When we look at these two teams here, Hunter Green and Justin Steele. Hunter Green, 4.68 ERA, but a 4.21 expected ERA. Steele, 2.20 ERA, 3.02 expected ERA. The Reds have actually hit lefties pretty well recently. 117 runs created plus. When on the other side, the Cubbies 94 against righties the last 30 days. When it comes to bullpens, these two teams are about even, 19th and 21st. So slight edge towards the Cubbies here. We had 69% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the Cubbies here. The lines move towards the Reds. And we have 51% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the over. The lines moved 1 penny towards the over in this game here. I'm kind of thinking Cincinnati's live in this spot. With Hunter Green here in this one. And I know a lot of people love they really like Justin Steele. But I think Justin Steele is expected for some regression here. And I think that we could see the Reds take advantage of it a little bit. They've hit lefties pretty well recently. So I'm going to grab some Cincinnati Reds in the first 5 innings at +120 in this spot. I think this is a spot where the Reds are live.
Yeah. as crazy as it sounds, I kind of like the under between these two teams. Winds are blowing heavily in Chicago today. And I like Hunter Green and I like Justin Steele. Both of them are pitchers that I like to back. I trust. And when it comes to it, Hunter Green's, I'm going to say that he's the best pitcher on that Cincinnati staff. Even though his numbers aren't really showing it at the moment with a 4.68 ERA, he's going to be solid throughout the year. He is only going to get better. Justin Steele, I really like as well. He's the best pitcher on this Cubbies team, even though he's gotten hit a little bit lately. He's still rocking a 2.2 ERA. I like the under in this game. 7, 6.5, whatever you get it at. I like the under.
Yeah, that total is pretty tricky. I think that we can easily see this be 4-3. So let's stay off the table.
There you go. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah, we have the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. White Sox $1.40 favorites total of 8.5 here in this one. Lance Lynn and Joey Wentz, your pitching matchup in this game. And let's take a look at the line history in this one real quick, and then we will get into the breakdown. This line opened up at minus 135 for the White Sox. It's moved up 6 cents towards the White Sox here. Line opened up at over 8.5, minus 120. It's now down to a minus 105, so a 15-cent line movement towards the under in this game here. We have 56% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the White Sox, which makes sense for the line movement. We have 77% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the under, which makes sense towards that as well, which is kind of interesting because when we look at these two teams, or look at these two pitchers, both have not been very good this year. You have a total of 8.5, and these two guys have a 6.28 ERA for Lynn, but a 5.08 expected ERA. So expect better from Lynn. On the same page here with Wentz, 7.45 ERA, but a 5.79 expected ERA. So I can get involved a little bit with an under here in this game, but I'm actually looking more at a side in this one here, and that's looking towards Lance Lynn and the White Sox. 125 runs created plus against lefties the last 30 days, which is actually sixth in the baseball. So the White Sox are hitting lefties, but they can't hit righties. And on the other side, the Tigers, 91 runs created plus against righties the last 30 days. I think Lynn can have a decent game here. As crazy as that sounds. When it comes to bullpens, White Sox 15th and the Tigers 18th on my rankings here, which says that we can trust the White Sox for a full game here. Let's take a look here. They're minus 141. The run line's 115. It'd be a minus 112 for the minus one line. I'm kind of looking at the White Sox minus one here.
Yeah. White Sox are coming off a bad game yesterday. They lost, 7-2 after winning 5 out of 6. So I think it was a slight bump in the road. I still like this White Sox team to get hot. I think Lance Lynn is only bound to be better than he was, which his last 2 starts have actually been quite solid. Only 3 earned runs in 13 innings. So he is starting to get on a little bit of the better side. Everybody's going to see that 6.28 ERA and not like it. I think Lance Lynn is going to become a little bit of a better pitcher, kind of like how I said Patrick Corbin was going to be a better pitcher than he was last year, earlier in the year. He did not start off well. It did not start off well for Lance. It's gotten better for Corbin. It's gotten better for – I think it's going to get better for Lance as well. I'll take the Chicago White Sox run line as well. I'll load that up. Plus 116.
Don't mind it at all.
Keep rolling.
Yeah. We have the Tampa Bay Rays minus 110 against the LA Dodgers. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here. We get this really awesome matchup, and it's Jalen Beeks versus Noah Syndergaard. Line opened up at minus 120 for the Rays. It's now down to a minus 110. Line opened up at a 9.5 minus 105. It's now a 9 at minus 122. So it opened up 9.5 juice towards the under. Now it's a 9 juice towards the over. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game. See if it correlates with anything here. Okay. I had an initial lean, but this is going to keep me off of it. 77% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the Rays, and the line's moving towards the Dodgers. That's enough for me to keep me off the Rays. I was leaning Rays first 5 here. And then we have 74% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the over, and the line has moved down half a run, which tells me they think Noah Syndergaard and Jalen Beeks can pitch well today. The only thing really keeping me off of this under here, because I was leaning first 5 under potentially, is that both these teams are hitting well. Let's take a look at the pitchers, and let's take a look at how these teams are hitting these types of pitchers. Syndergaard, 5.88 ERA, but a 5.11 expected ERA, so expect better from him. Same from Jalen Beeks, 4.68 ERA, 3.07 expected ERA. Against righties, the Rays ranked number 1 in baseball, 123 runs created plus. And for the Dodgers, they ranked 13th against lefties, but 116. Both are above average versus the type of pitchers they're facing, which is enough to keep me off the under. The Dodgers bullpen ranks 4th in baseball. The Rays ranks 28th right now. So the Rays have actually had a pretty poor bullpen recently. So I expect that probably to improve a little bit. But right now, I don't trust them. This is a stay-off game for me. I was leaning Rays first 5, but not after I see this line movement.
I gave out the Rays last night. I wonder if there's any props for this. Let me MLB. Is there any MLB series? Here we go. Now they're minus 165 to win the series. I was gonna say maybe look at the Rays. I want to see if I can get Rays to sweep.
Rays to sweep.
Rays to sweep. I like Tampa. I just, as much as I would love to see the Orioles take over the division, this Rays team is really, really good at home. 24-5 at home is unreal. Those are like college baseball numbers where teams are just fantastic at home and awful on the road. Yeah, except for Tampa Bay is great out on the road too. So it's the Rays team that it's very difficult not to bet them right now. I will take Tampa Bay money line. I don't care about the line movements and all that stuff. There's a certain point where, yes, the line movements help for some games that you don't really have a grasp on. I strongly believe Tampa Bay has a good shot to sweep the Dodgers. I would take Tampa Bay in this one.
That's fair. Yeah, it's just not everything correlated for me here.
That's fair. The White Sox. Exactly when I pop in. The irony. I know, right? Pass. Rays money line. Yes. Yankees first 5. Yes. Rangers money line. No. Corbin money line. Yes. Diamondbacks money line. Yes. I like them all. Rays aren't dogs, but the others are. I got you. Do you think the Heat are going to lose the series? No, I don't think so. No, I don't.
So all of a sudden become interesting now.
Hey, that's fine. Bring it to 7 games. That's fine. And then let the Nuggets win in 5 in the finals. That's fine. If it was Rays on the road versus LA, I'd be there on LA. I'd be on LA here. I would not. I can't fade the Rays at home. That's just not going to happen. Let's head to this game, Nick, which I really like one of these teams.
Yeah. Let's take a look here. We have the Baltimore Orioles and the Texas Rangers. Baltimore minus 125, total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. Line opened up at minus 120 for the Orioles. It's now up to a minus 130. It did get up to a minus 135 last night. There's been some buyback on the Rangers. Line opened up at 8.5 minus 125. It's now 8.5 minus 111. So a 14-cent line movement towards the under in this game here. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this one. 53% of the tickets, 64% of the cash is on the Rangers. Lines move towards the Orioles, but there has been some buyback on the Rangers. And then 66% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the over. The lines move 14 cents towards the under, which suggests that the markets think Grayson Rodriguez pitches well today. And I kind of on that side here. We have Gray and Rodriguez. Gray has been decent this year, 3.02 ERA, but his expected ERA is a 5.18. He is massively overachieving right now. And on the other side, Rodriguez, 6.21 ERA, but a 5.32 expected ERA. So he's expected to be better than he has been. So definitely look for Rodriguez to improve here. As for the way these two teams hit, they're right next to each other against righties. 104 runs created plus for the Rangers, 102 for the Orioles. Nothing really crazy here. And the Orioles with a massive bullpen advantage, 5th in baseball compared to the Rangers 29th. I think the Rangers bullpen is going to catch up to them here, which is going to lead to their demise, which leads me to kind of wanting to take the Astros to win that division. Let me see what those odds are, if they're worth it yet. You can get Cardinals plus 150. But what are the Astros right now? Nope, they're minus 145 still. Never mind. I thought I was going to get a decent nope. But I do think the Rangers fall off a little bit here. I'm leaning towards Baltimore in this game, and it would be a full game play with Baltimore at the $1.30 price tag. I think this is a team you can trust. Full game because their bullpen's that good, and I think that the Rangers can let one slip late if that happens. I see Rodriguez pitching well too, and I see a Gray slowing down. So yeah, I'm going to grab him here. I rarely bet this Orioles team. I'm grabbing them here today, minus 130 money line, which I know that's now an automatic. It's going on the site because Tim always wants to put the Orioles up.
I always like the Orioles. I always think there's value on the Orioles. Yes. I like Grayson Rodriguez. He's one of the up-and-coming prospects. I know he hasn't had a bunch of good starts. Two out of his last 4 starts, he's allowed at least 6 runs. But the other, 2 out of his last 6. The other 4 starts, he's allowed 2-2-0-0. He has been fantastic when he's not getting blown up. And he got blown up against the Angels, fine, and the Royals. But to be fair, the Royals was after they were already up like 10-1 or 8-1, whatever it was. They were already up big. I'm not really too hung up on that one. I like the Orioles in this one. At home, they're 15-8. And yeah, I think that I don't necessarily think Texas is going to fall off the earth, but I like the Orioles to get the job done today, and I grabbed the minus 125. I didn't go crazy with a run line in this one. I'm just taking the Orioles to win this game, and hopefully they can try to move their way up the standings. Although we have the Rays as well. Right now, currently the Rays and the Orioles are 3 games separating each other, and the Orioles are the most profitable team in baseball. Thank you very much.
I still think the Rays win that division.
I mean, they're 3 games up. They're not going to blow it, so that's fine.
I mean, yeah.
Yep, I'm hammering the fuck out of the Nuggets' first home game. Yep. Gray's last starts 1-0-1, the Texans today. That's great. Who has he faced? Seattle, whose offense is pathetic. Oakland,
who can't hit righties anymore.
And Colorado,
who struggles to hit. This is definitely the best lineup. They're the better of the lineups they've faced the last 4 games.
Yeah.
And he's expected
a Baltimore Orioles team that is scoring 5.14 runs a game, which is 6th in baseball.
I think this is definitely a team that can take advantage of Gray's expected negative regression.
Orioles, yes. Come on, Nick, get on the train of Orioles with me and your brother.
I'm on the Rays train. I'm not 100% on the Orioles train. I'm on the Rays to win the division.
The Rangers away in the last 10 games, 3-1, and O's home is neither. Last 10 is 2-2. This will come down to pitching. It could come down to pitching. Oh, for sure, this game was my hardest to pick. That's fair. This one was one of my easiest. I really like the Orioles. Let's keep on rolling.
This one's interesting because we're getting a first-time starter here for the New York Yankees. We have the Padres minus 110 pick-em favorites, total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history real quick, and then we'll get into this game between Musgrove and Vasquez. Line opened up at minus 125 for the Padres is now down to a -111, so a 14-cent line movement towards the Bronx Bombers. Line opened up at a 9. It's up to a 9.5. So the line's gone up a half a run here. Let's take a look at the line or the money. 85% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the Yankees. The line's moved 14 cents towards the Yankees. We have 76% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the over. The line is moved towards the over in this game by half a run. I got nothing on Vasquez this season because this is obviously his first start. Joe Musgrove, 6.75 ERA, but a 4.35 expected ERA. So we can expect potentially better from Musgrove. The Padres aren't hitting, though. They are 22nd in baseball, 90 WRC plus against righties the last 30 days. Yankees are slightly below average. They're 15th, but 98. And these bullpens are pretty even. 14th for the Padres, 17th for the Yankees. This is one that was, I think, the easiest pass on the board for me because I don't know what to expect from Vasquez, and I'm not trying to guess. So this ended up being a complete pass for me. I guess if I had to get involved with it, I would take a small shot with the Yankees, but not one not something I'm gung ho on doing.
Yeah, I was looking it up to see whether or not he was one of the top prospects of baseball because he's one of the top pitching prospects for the Yankees. He was not on the top 100 for the prospects in general. I don't care. I'm grabbing the Yanks today. I normally don't grab them that often. This is a Padres team that has been pathetic. Their offense is one of the worst in the league right now. Although they looked good versus Washington. They have won 3 out of their last 4. That don't matter. I like the Yankees in this matchup. I think the young kid gets a good first start today. And I think that the offense goes back to struggling when they actually have to go up against a real team, not the Washington Nationals. So, go ahead, sign me up for some Yankees action today.
Good luck. I'm staying completely away from this game.
I have Heat and Nuggets series bets parlay. Okay, hopefully you get your Heat. Let's go to the next game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians -105. Favorites in this game. Total of 8 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line movement between Matthew Liberatore and Shane Bieber. Cleveland opened up at a -130. They're now down to a -109. So a 21-cent line movement towards the St. Louis Cardinals. Line opened up at an 8, -110, and now it's down to an 8, +105. So 15-cent line movement towards the under here in this game, which is kind of surprising because the way that I looked at these two pitchers. Let's take a look at the money in this game. 71% of the tickets, 82% of the cash is on the Cardinals. The line's moving swiftly towards the Cardinals. And we have 54% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved towards the under in this game, which kind of caught me off guard. Matthew Liberatore's only made 1 start, so take these numbers with a grain of salt. 3 ERA, 6.09 expected ERA. So it looked like he got out of that first start a little bit lucky. But, I mean, I'm not going to read too much into it because it was only 1 start. Shane Bieber, on the other hand, 3.08 ERA, but a 4.92 expected ERA. So I expect the Bieber to negatively regress. And as for these teams here, I think I wrote this down wrong. Against right-handed pitchers, let me see what the Cardinals are because I accidentally wrote them down 30th, which is not true. Against right-handed pitchers, they actually hit pretty well, 116 WRC plus. I think I accidentally wrote down the Guardians numbers versus lefties instead of the Cardinals because are against righties. My bad. And on the other side, the Guardians 73 runs created plus last 30 days against lefties, which is 28th in baseball. The Guardians do have the bullpen advantage here in this game. They are 9th on my list compared to 24th for the Cardinals. I'm kind of thinking Cardinals first 5 here. I like Matthew Liberatore, and I expect him to have a decent start here against the Guardians offense, which is not very good. Line's moving towards the Cardinals, so it looks like They look like a decent side here. I can get them first 5 at -115. I don't want to play them full game because I think that the Guardians bullpen definitely has the advantage. So I'm just going to take them first 5 here. Cardinals first 5 for me at -115.
Under. Shane Bieber is a guy that I'm expecting to see some good stuff from. And then I expect him to be not in a Cleveland jersey at the end of the year. I think he's going to be one of the biggest trade pieces this offseason.
I actually think there's a bigger trade piece during the deadline for pitchers.
Okay. Intrigued.
Rodriguez from Detroit.
Could be. But I like Shane Bieber to have a solid start today. And I've seen Matthew Liberatore pitch once in where do you call it? Durham, yes. He had a rough start last year. He hasn't pitched all that much this year. I think he's going to have a solid start here. Cleveland's offense is not good. I just think this is a lower scoring game, 2-1 type of game where I don't care who wins. I just think it's going to be an under game. I don't expect much from these two teams.
Fair.
Pass F the Yanks every time they play. That's why. Pass. What's up, guys? What's up, Tony? Orioles just played back-to-back games. The Rangers had a day off. Orioles played Yankees and Blue Jays. Rangers money line, but Orioles to win the series. I like the O's. I got the under in the Cards game. Yes, under in the Cardinals game. Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, 2 of our favorite teams, Tim, the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Braves -145 favorites, total of 10 in this game. We hit on the Braves yesterday with good old Dylan Dodd on the mound. It is going to be Schuster today taking on Tajon Walker, which kind of explains the 10 total now. Mm-hmm. This line opened up at -145. It's now up to a -146, so a massive 1 cent line movement towards the Atlanta Braves. Line opened up at a 9.5. It's up to a 10. And this one, so a full run up. And we have 78% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the Braves, and the line's moved a whopping 1 cent towards them, which is kind of interesting. Kind of tells me that they're not too scared of this Braves money and that the Phillies could be live in this game. 22% of the tickets and 35% of the cash on the Phillies here. The line's not moved. And then we have 47% of the tickets and 57% of the cash is on the under in this game, and the line's moved towards the over. Taking a look at the way these two teams have played, though, I believe this is a bullpen game for the Braves, if I'm not mistaken. Schuster does not go far into games.
It was like 4 innings.
It goes 4 innings? Okay, never mind then. Tajon Walker, 5.79 ERA, 4.6 expected ERA. For the Braves, Schuster, 5.49 ERA, but a 5.22 expected ERA. So Walker expected to be better. The Phillies with the bullpen advantage, 7th compared to 11th. The only thing keeping me off the Phillies is I don't trust them versus left-handed pitching, which they are dead last the last 30 days, 60 runs created plus. Compared to 96 against the Braves. Braves are mediocre versus lefties or versus righties. They're much better versus lefties. Phillies can't hit a lick versus lefties, which is going to keep me off the Phillies in this game. As much as I wanted to back them here, this is end up going to be a pass here in this spot.
Oh, I had the over clicked in and ready to go.
I can't back an over with the Phillies against a lefty right now when they're doing totally crap against them.
Another thing you gotta look at, who have they faced that are lefties? It
doesn't matter.
Have they faced a Jared Schuster who has been...
They faced Dylan Dodd and couldn't get the job done yesterday.
They still scored 5 runs, didn't they?
Yeah, some of those were against a bullpen, though.
Well, you're going to get a bunch of bullpen here from the Braves.
Because I can't back an over with the Phillies against a lefty right now. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I know it hit yesterday. I can't do it. It's a 10, too. You're getting a 10 total with one of the worst hitting teams against lefties right now.
I would understand if it was like, an actual good lefty pitcher. It's against Jared Schuster, which is a high AAA guy. I don't think he's quite a major league pitcher yet. And they're going up against Tajon Walker, who is awful. He has been awful this year. Although he had a good start against the Cubbies. He has a 5.79 ERA this year, 30 earned runs in 46 innings. These are not your average pitchers from this right-hand and left-hand side. These guys are far below average, and I think there's going to be runs in this game because these bats have been hitting. We saw the Braves. They've been able to put up some runs. They put up 8 yesterday. They kind of struggled against, well, not really struggled, 4, 1, and 6 against the Dodgers. So they were able to put up runs there. This is an over spot. These two pitchers are awful.
You want to hear some of the lefties they're facing?
Let's hear it.
Some real studs here. Tommy Henry, Justin Steele is decent, but I mean Kyle Freeland, Ryan Feltner. I mean, no, Ryan Feltner's a lefty already. Austin Gomber. Wow, these are some studs. Chris Sale, washed up Chris Sale. Wow, complete stud. That the lefties that these Phillies are facing. And I like
the over in this game regardless. I think these two pitchers suck. But whatever you want.
I'm staying off.
Morning, Nathan. Good pass on Braves game.
Yes.
Braves first half money line. Let's just bet the Braves money line. Hope they lose every single game. The line makers know when the pitchers sucked and which teams can't hit lefties. Why is the total at 10?
Because the Braves might get to him. Walker.
Okay. Let's keep on rolling. We may have a couple plays up on the site today.
Maybe. And we don't have to force them. That's all good. We have the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Francisco Giants in this next one here. Brewers minus 130 favorites, total of 8. Do I have this on the other page? Yes, I do. Freddie Peralta and Alex Wood is your pitching matchup here. In this one, let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. As we have, if I can find it. There we go, San Fran. There we go. Line opened up at minus 120. It did go up to a minus 130 at one point. It's now back down to a minus 124. So a 4-cent line movement since the opening line towards the Milwaukee Brewers. And this line opened up at 8.5, juice towards the under. It's now 8, juice towards the over. It's moved down half a run, but and also the juice has not moved it too much. And let's take a look at the pitchers here. Wood, 4.05 ERA, but a 4.6 expected ERA, so expecting worse from him. Peralta, 4.15, but a 3.98, so expecting slightly better from him. Both these teams are below average against their particular pitcher. The Brewers, 84 runs created plus against lefties, and the Giants, 99 against righties. So the Giants do hit righties a little bit better than the Brewers hit lefties. As for the bullpens here, the Giants are top 13 in baseball. They're number 13 according to my rankings, and the Brewers are 25th. So the bullpen advantage goes towards the Giants. The hitting advantage goes towards the Giants. The starting pitching advantage goes towards the Brewers. The lines move towards the Brewers. Let's take a look here. 47% of the tickets, 47% of the cash is on the Brewers. The lines move towards them, which is kind of interesting. We have 65% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the over, and the lines moved down a half a run towards the under. I think that these pitchers, I think Peralta's due for some positive regression. I think we could see that here. And Wood's due for some negative regression, and I don't see the Brewers being able to take advantage of that with how they struggle against left-handed pitching. I think a first 5 under is a decent look in this game, depending on if I can get a 4 and a hook. I'm hoping I get a 4 and a hook. I doubt it. For the first 5 under, and I don't know. It's a 4 at minus 105, which I don't know if I particularly want that, but I lean first 5 under here.
These are two teams that I really just don't want anything to do with. Although there is a team that's been winning a bunch lately. The Giants are 8-2 their last 10. They've been playing some good baseball as of late. 4 out of the 5. They swept Phillies. 1-2 out of 3 from Miami. 1-2 out of 3 from Minnesota. This is a Giants team that's playing some good baseball. So if I'm going after anybody in this game, it's got to be San Fran. Am I going to go after anything in this game? No, I just don't like these teams right now. These are just – there's certain teams that I just don't have a good feel with. And that most of the time, for anybody on the East Coast, normally it's the teams out west. and anybody on the West Coast, normally it's the teams out east. And it's the same way with NFL. It's the same way with NBA and NHL and in college basketball. You tend to know the teams that you're closest to the best. And these are two teams that get very little publicity over here. And I just don't get a feel on them as well as I get a feel on some of the other teams. So this one's a game that I just stayed away from. I did not feel like I had to go after it.
Fair. Yeah, this is an easy pass for me. The slate doesn't appeal to me too much, honestly. I've got really 4 plays so far.
It really doesn't. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Untouchable. Expecting this Braves to score big. We'll see. Heat and Nationals didn't have it last night. No, they did not. Any college baseball plays went 3 for 4, tailing UNC, Arkansas, and Florida. NC State was the only L. Today, ECU, which is a homer play, minus 210. Evansville, Duke, Michigan, South Carolina Upstate, Texas A&M, Georgetown, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and Texas State. Have some fun teams in there. Not teams that everybody knows, so enjoy. Those are some college baseball today. There we go. The books are scared to put a Yanks team total out 3.5, over 3.5 line out. All I can find is 4.5. Yet they're dogs in this matchup. They're a pick 'em. Orioles run line. Yeah, I would go Orioles run line in the over. That's fine. Can I cash minus 180 Heat ticket, please? Minus 180. Sheesh. What's up, fellas? Do y'all think Heat win Saturday?
I don't know. I have to look.
I have to dive into.
I've been on the Celtics the last few games.
Yeah. We'll go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, this one's kind of interesting. And it looks like we have some interesting, sharp action on this game.
Do we know?
The Toronto Blue Jays are out the Minnesota Twins. The Blue Jays minus 150 favorites in this game, total 8 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history here. And if this line's moving the way I think it is, then I might be interested in a side in this game. And no, it's not. Okay, never mind. It's not. Line opened up at minus 135. It's now up to a minus 148. So a 13-cent line movement towards the Blue Jays in this game. This line opened up at 8 and minus 120. Now it's an 8 plus 105. So a 25-cent line movement towards the under as well in this game. I was looking at it because it looks like there was sharp action on the Twins, but yet the line's moving the opposite way, though. We have 60% of the ticket, 61% of the tickets, and only 38% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. 39% of the tickets and 62% of the cash on the Twins. Lines move towards the Blue Jays, though, which is weird. And then we have 81% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the under. The lines move 25 cents towards the under here, expecting Varland and Gausman to pitch well today. When we look at these two pitchers, Gausman 3.14 ERA, 3.14 WHIP. So he is exactly what we think he is, 3.14 ERA. Varland 4.18, but a 4.6 expected ERA, so expect worse from him. Both these pitchers, both these teams can hit righties. The Blue Jays are 9th in baseball with 106 runs created plus. The Twins are 6th in baseball at 113. Pitching bullpen advantage goes towards the Blue Jays, who are 6th in the MLB compared to 20th for the Twins. I kind of think the Blue Jays are the look in this game, potentially. I would look Blue Jays minus 1 potentially here, and maybe an over. And I know there's been decent money on the under, but I think the over is a decent look in this game. I think both these pitchers can get hit a little bit. It's an 8 at plus 105. We're getting plus money for an 8. I kind of want to see if I can get a 7.5. That'd be cool.
I found a 7.5.
I'm interested in this over here because I think both these pitchers can hit, or both these teams can hit these pitchers. So I'm going to grab the over 8 here. Over 8 plus 105.
Yeah.
Wait. Wow, it just moved to minus 117. Does that mean it moved to a 7.5 here? Is that what it means? Because it just moved from plus 105 to minus 117. Yep, it's 7.5 minus 118. I'm going to grab that.
Yep, I'm grabbing the 7.5. I think that the Toronto Blue Jays will be able to put up some runs. They've gone over, and wow, how about Toronto overs? 6 in a row. They're starting to give up runs, and they're starting to score some as well. Minnesota's a team they've been going under as of late, but I could definitely see them get hit a little bit, and I'm curious to see what type of Gausman we get. Is there a big difference in home/road? Yeah, home 2.1 ERA, road 4 ERA. So Gausman's been a lot better at home than on the road, and he's on the road today. I would lean towards the Twins. I'm taking the over though. I think it's a good spot for Gausman to get hit on the road, and I think the Toronto Blue Jays could put up a couple. I think this can easily be a 4-4 game at one point. So I'll take the over in this one.
I lean Blue Jays team total over 4.5 as well. It's -106. I don't hate that price either.
Yes, Rice 8. We got 7.5. But yeah, I like it. Gausman effect. There you go. I think this game can be like 6-5. I agree. Pass. There you go. Let's roll on to the game of the day.
Oh yeah, and this one I already did a free pick video for. So I know it's not a very popular take. And it sounds weird, but it looks like the public's on Patrick Corbin today. We have the Kansas City Royals. They're -125 favorites in this game, total of 9 in this spot. Patrick Corbin and good old Jordan Lyles, the pitching matchup of the day. I feel like we wouldn't be doing this justice if we didn't.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
It deserved to. I'm sorry. It deserved to.
One more for good measure.
Yeah, let's take a look here. And whoa, this line's plummeted. Oh boy. That's very concerning. This line opened up at a -109. It got all the way up to -123 for the Royals. So the early money came in on the Royals here. It's now, since I've typed it up this morning, dropped to -106. So it's a 3-cent line movement towards the Nationals in this game. Line opened up at a 9 -125. It's now 9 -121. So a 4-cent line movement towards the under in this game. 64% of the tickets and 72% of the cash are on the Nationals here. And the line's moved now since the opening 3 cents towards the Nationals. Total opened up as total is 71% of the tickets and 79% of the cash is on the over in this game. And the lines moved towards the under in this one, just by a few cents though. Which tells me we could potentially see Jordan Lyles and Patrick Corbin pitch well today. Both these, we have Patrick Corbin though, 4.47 ERA, but a 6.09 expected ERA. So he's been getting very lucky as of late. On the other side, Jordan Lyles has had a little bit of tough luck. 7.15 ERA, but a 5.36 expected ERA. So his expected ERA is almost 2 runs lower than his ERA. So I expect better from him. When it comes to the way these two teams hit, the Nationals 90 WRC plus against righties compared to the Royals, who have absolutely smashed lefties recently, 127 runs created plus 4th in baseball. And the bullpen advantage goes towards the Royals 12th compared to 27th. I took the Royals last night at -122. I'm pissed that the lines dropped all the way to a -106 for them now. Makes me a little bit nervous, but I really like the Royals in this spot. I think they have the hitting advantage. They have the bullpen advantage. And I think when you look at long-term, what we expect from these pitchers, I think the pitching is about split. Maybe a slight edge towards the Nationals. But Jordan Lyles, who's been favored by this much only twice the last 78 starts. I think that tells you a little bit something here. I'm on the Royals.
Yeah, no, I'm not. The thing is, normally everybody would go, hey, it's Patrick Corbin Day. He's been good this year. He gave up a couple in his first couple starts, and since then he's been good. He hasn't allowed up more than 3 earned runs since April 23rd. And I just don't see Kansas City putting up runs against him. I know Kansas City's hitting lefties and everything. I think this is still a Kansas City team that's not good. Granted, it's a Washington team that's not good. At the end of the day, I didn't bet this game. I kind of like the Nationals. I kind of like Patrick Corbin. And if you recall, Nick, in the beginning of the year, I did say I kind of like Patrick Corbin to not be a complete trash can this year. And he's not been a complete trash can this year. Because I remember backing him in his opening day start. I kind of lean towards Patrick Corbin in this game in the Nationals. Did I bet it? No. I feel like, I will say, I feel like if you go after Patrick Corbin, of course my page isn't working now. I was going to say try to go after him at home. I believe he's a better pitcher at home. Of course, coverage doesn't want to work for me now. There we go. Nope. Patrick Corbin. Let's see. How is his home road splits? No, they're about the same. He hasn't really pitched much on the road, though, so I'll give him that. I lean Nationals in this game. But 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah.
Happy Patrick Corbin Day. A lesser bum fight. What do we think? What do you guys think about the media kind of being dismissive of the Nuggets and what they've done so far? Hello, welcome to Denver Media. Or welcome to the media. It was never about the Nuggets when they swept the Lakers. After game one, it's, the Lakers came back. They look good. They'll make adjustments for game two. After game two is, they're down 2-0, but at least they get to go home. Down 3-0. They go down 3-0. Oh, they could be the first team to come back. It's 0-149 or whatever it is. And then Nuggets sweep. Oh, what does this do for LeBron James and his legacy? Oh, what about the Lakers next year? What free agents do they get? Nothing about Nikola Jokic having a historic postseason. Nothing about Jamal Murray scoring 30+ points a game. No, that's just what it is. And you know what? Keep doing it. You're fueling the fire. The media is fueling the fire. The more the Nuggets hear about other teams, the more pissed off they're going to get. I wouldn't want to face them in the finals. Good old 0-8 Jordan Lyles. Yes, sir. 1-800.
Yeah, he's a favorite. But yet, the pitcher that is 0-8 is a favorite today.
Oh, Nationals. 0-8. Yeah, he's 0-8. Well, to be fair, the Royals suck. Corbin on a 2-game win streak. I think he gets a third in a row. It is the Royals. That is correct. PC time possibly. Maybe. Nationals -1. Yeah. Lyles looks more like a dumpster fire. He does, but it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. First 5. I hope the books make the Nuggets plus money in the finals. The only way that happens is if they go up against the Boston Celtics. Denver was better team clearly. Jamal Murray, Jokic have been phenomenal. That they have been. Yes. Let's keep on rolling to the next game.
Yeah, we get the New York Mets. They're taking on the Colorado Rockies in this matchup here. The Mets -190 home road favorites, total of 11 in this game. Max Scherzer, Connor Siebold, your pitching matchup here. And let's grab this line movement. Line opened up at the Mets -205. And it's now -201, so a 4-cent line movement towards the Colorado Rockies. Line opened up at a 10.5. It's now on 11 for this game. So the line's moved up half a run here. And it opened up 10.5 juice towards the over. It's 11 juice towards the over. So it's a true half line movement here in this one. And let's take a look at these two teams here real quick. Max Scherzer, 4.01 ERA, 4.01 expected ERA. He is what he is. Connor Siebold, 5.97 ERA, but a 4.72 expected ERA. The Mets, 101 runs created plus the last 30 days against righties. The Rockies, 92. Both these bullpens have struggled, 23rd and 26th ranked in baseball here. And I could see this game playing to an over, and so does the market here a little bit. We have 69% of the tickets and 67% of the cash on the Mets. The lines move 4 cents towards the Rockies. We have 64% of the tickets and 54% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved up a half a run, and it's a true half-run line movement here in this one. I think between two pitchers that I don't particularly trust, I think if this wasn't Max Scherzer, this line would be at 12. So and Max Scherzer is not somebody that I'm gung-ho on backing right now. He is somebody that he's not looked particularly well. Granted, he can definitely have a decent appearance here. I think the Mets can score some runs against the Rockies here. I like the over. I like the over 11 in this game. I don't like backing overs at this high, but I think that we can see both these pitchers get touched, and so does the market. So I'm going to grab the over 11 here, minus 125.
Normally I would jump all over it, but I can't right now. If this was the second game of the series, yes. The Mets are just traveling out to Colorado after being in Chicago. I think it's kind of a rough spot for them, to be honest. If I'm going after anything in this game, it's probably the Rockies.
I don't mind the Rockies either.
The lines moved a little bit towards them. The Mets are on a travel day. I believe the Rockies had an early game yesterday, and it was at home. They did go to extras, I will say that. But no, sorry, they didn't. But it was a ninth inning that – Yeah. It was a ninth inning. Yep. I feel like this is a Colorado spot. Am I touching it? No. Max Scherzer's looked a little bit better as of late, so I don't really want to go against him at the moment. So it's going to be a pass for now.
Fair. Tricky spot.
And the only reason why I'm not touching the over is I don't like betting overs in Coors Field. Although if the offense is going to come through, it's going to come through now. But yeah. Got my Nats early this morning, plus 110, even after last night's choke job. Fair. Rays team total over 4.5. Yes. I stayed away, but I wanted to take the Mets on the run line. I can't just because of the travel day. I think it's a rough travel spot for him.
Also, it's juiced.
Yes. I agree. Very spotty lately. Well, no, Scherzer's been good lately. I will give him that. Taking a shot with the Rockies at plus 180. Scherzer has always sucked at Coors Field. That's fine. Have fun. The under going over very late yesterday in Miami. Yeah, that was rough for anybody who had that one. Let's do it with the Rockies. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Let's head to this game, which I actually kind of like.
This one's kind of tricky, but let's take a look at it here. The Angels are taking on the Marlins. Angels minus 145, total 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the way the lines moved in this one here. This line opened up at minus 135 for the Angels. It got up to a minus 150, and it's right back to a minus 135. So no movement since the opening line. This line opened up at an 8.5, minus 110. Now it's an 8 at minus 123. So it opened up 8.5 pick 'em, and now it's 8 juice towards the over. So a semi-half run live move here. We have 76% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the Angels in this game. And the line's not moved towards the line got up to a minus 150, but it's been bought all the way back down. So, and we have 84% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the under. And the line's moved towards the under here in this one. I can understand the line move towards the under. Luzardo, I think, could be decent. And Detmers is expected for some positive regression. Both these bullpens in the top 10 on my rankings at the moment. 4.07 expected xFIP for the Angels last 30 days. And the Marlins are third in baseball with 3.66. So the Marlins bullpen has actually been pretty good. Don't look at yesterday's 8th inning and you'll be fine. But looking at this here, I know they burnt me yesterday, but I kind of want to go back to the Marlins here today, and you're getting plus money for them here. I think the Marlins are the look here at plus 125 in this spot. Luzardo, I trust. I think Detmers can get hit a little bit. The Marlins, 118 runs created plus the last 30 days against lefties. The Angels, 96 against lefties. So a hitting advantage goes towards the Marlins. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Marlins. I think the pitching advantage was with the Marlins, and I'm getting them as a dog. I'll take them here, plus 125. The line's also not moving towards the Angels, even though all the money's on them. So Marlins for me. Let's make it Miami.
I'm going to stay off this one. I like both these pitchers. That's the problem with me is I'm a fan of
There's more problems with you than just that, but yeah.
Yeah. And I like Luzardo. I like both these pitchers, both lefties. I can't really want to go after anything in this game. I would actually lean more towards the Angels at a run line area, plus money. Especially with the Marlins leaving Coors Field, because normally the teams that leave Coors Field have very struggle in their next game. Just because of the change in altitude, the ball doesn't fly as much. You got to adjust a little bit. So normally I think if you look, normally the teams that leave Coors Field have a normally go under their team total and normally lose the game. So it'd be a fade of teams fading, leaving Coors Field. I would lean towards the Angels run line in this one.
Fair.
When he was Mad Max, he sucked there. There's no longer Mad Max. He's no longer the Mad Max we knew. No, not yet. I think you get back. In Jesus Luzardo, we trust. Give me the fish. Have fun with that. Let's go to a sneaky wagon, Nick.
Yeah. Where?
How about the under?
The under now.
Oakland
All
under.
right. Let's get into it. Let's get
under.
into it. Houston Astros slight minus 265 road favorites in this game with a total of 8.5 in this spot. The Oakland Athletics are that bad. They're just that bad. James Kaprielian, Hunter Brown, your pitching matchup here for this one. Line opened up at minus 235. It's a 35-cent line movement towards the Astros, now minus 265. I wonder if we're going to get to that minus 300 fade territory. I don't think this line's going to move 70 cents since the opening line, though. This line opened up at an 8.5 even money. It's now 8.5 minus 118. So a 18-cent line movement towards the over in this game, in this spot. So let's see if the markets agree with that here. We have 54% of the tickets and 68% of the cash is on the Astros. The lines move towards the Astros, so that makes sense. Needless to say, though, I have absolutely no interest in laying minus 152 on a run line.
Yeah.
That's just not something I'm particularly interested in. You may let's just see what this would be. I don't play these at all. I have no intentions on playing this. But I just want to see if this is even remotely worth it. No. You can get minus 105 for the minus 2.5. That's how bad the Athletics are. Is you can't even get plus money on a 2.5 with the Astros. We have 67% of the tickets and 52% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the over, which tells me that they think Hunter Brown can get hit a little bit here. More specifically, they think that James Kaprielian gets hit. Let's take a look at the numbers real quick. Hunter Brown could get hit. 3.20 ERA, but a 4.01 expected ERA. Are the Athletics a team to take advantage of that? I don't know.
No.
Kaprielian, 8.68 ERA, but a 6.37 expected ERA. Still not very good. Should get hit a little bit in this spot, but are the Astros a team to take advantage of that? 92 WRC plus the last 30 days versus right-handed pitching. The Athletics, 87 runs created plus the last 30 days against right-handed pitching. The Athletics have the worst bullpen in baseball, and the Astros have the second best. I think that the Astros can get to Kaprielian here, and I think that they can get to the bullpen as well. The only problem is you're paying a pretty decent premium to try to find any way to back the Astros here. I think the best way to do that is taking the team total over 5.5 at minus 106. You're getting a minus 106 instead of a minus 150 run line or a minus 265 money line. I don't like 5.5s though. I don't trust these teams. I don't trust Kaprielian for an under right now. And I think that's ultimately going to keep me off the under in this game. Is even though I think that these teams can't hit that well, I don't like the way the line's moving for the under. It's over or nothing for me at the moment, and I would lean towards the Astros team total over 5.5. But I really don't feel like betting this game.
Yeah, it would be the under for me, if anything. So right now, the Athletics are on a very beautiful 2-16 run at the moment. And during this run, in their losses, they've scored 2, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 0, 0, 3, 5, 2, 1. They're not scoring runs.
That's why I'm looking at the Astros team total.
Correct. You could go after the Astros team total. I would just take the under just because I think I think both of them can hit. This could easily be 6-0 tonight. And it very well might be. I really like Hunter Brown. The big thing that's going to keep me off of betting this game are the Astros going to score 9 runs by themselves, which is very possible.
Very possible.
I'm staying off of this one, but you know where I lean.
Fair.
Yep, they just left Coors Field. Yep. Astros winning the over. I kind of like the under. Because I feel like if you're asking for the over, you're asking for the Astros to put up 8 to 9 by themselves. I don't really see Oakland scoring all that much. Alternate line -3.5. Have fun. Call me odd. I've been called worse, but I think this game's close, but Oakland might even make the upset, but I wouldn't even be willing to put even $1 on that bet. I'll throw $5 at Oakland. Why not? I've thrown crazier stuff. I have a ticket for Zach Eflin to win the Cy Young at 200-1. So, I mean, I've had crazier bets. I like this game, Nick.
Yeah, I was originally looking at a side in this game, but now looking a little bit deeper, I'm looking at a total. We have the Boston Red Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Red Sox -135 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement here in this spot. We have Chris Sale and Brandon Pfaadt. Line opened up at -145 for the Red Sox. It's dropped 12 cents. It's now -133. So a 12-cent line movement towards the Arizona Diamondbacks. And we have this line opened up at 8.5 -105. It's now 8.5 -127. So a 22-cent line movement towards the over in this game. We have 44% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks, which explains the line move towards the Diamondbacks. We have 60% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move 22 cents towards the over, which tells me that they think Pfaadt and Sale are vulnerable in this game. I 100% agree with that for Pfaadt's perspective. Because Chris Sale, 5.01 ERA, but a 3.76 expected ERA. I expect better from Sale. On the other side, Pfaadt, 7.65 ERA, 7.41 expected ERA. And the Red Sox are fourth in baseball against righties the last 30 days, 114 runs created plus. The Diamondbacks, 104 against lefties. So both these teams can hit. And these bullpens are mediocre. Diamondbacks are 16th and the Red Sox are 22nd. My original lean was towards the Red Sox first 5. I don't like the way the lines moved for that, though. I do like the over in this game. I'm grabbing over 8.5 -127. I think that we could see runs on both sides in this game.
Well, just like the Orioles, I think the Orioles on the AL side, on the NL side for me is the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm high on this team. I got a division ticket for this team, and these are the games they need to win. They're a dog at home. I still think they're getting a little bit disrespected by the books. I know B-Fat's not been all that good, but this is an offense that I think is going to be able to score. This is a Red Sox team that's not good on the road, 11-13 compared to a 14-10 for Arizona at home. I just think this is overall a good spot for Arizona. And I'm getting plus money to do so. I'm not a big fan of Chris Sale. I think he's a little bit washed up. For me, he's going to get better, yes. But for me, this is a Diamondbacks play, 100% for me. I like rolling with them. They've made me money this year. I believe they are the second most profitable team in baseball. They're up. Them and the Orioles are the only teams that if you bet them every single game, you'd be up at least a dime. Now, there's teams on the opposite side in terms of White Sox, Royals, Oakland, and almost the Padres that if you bet against them, you'd be up a dime. But these are two of the most profitable teams in baseball. The Braves and the Orioles and the Diamondbacks. I like the Diamondbacks in this game with plus money.
I'm not on that side.
5-3 Stros, sure. Pfaadt hasn't really been as bad as his record looks. 13 of the 17 earned runs were in his first 2 outings. That's what I'm saying. I like him. Kaká.
I don't know.
It's almost English. His last 2, he's only allowed 4 earned runs. Diamondbacks money line. Yeah, I like the Diamondbacks. No, I don't like the Red Sox. Tomorrow's NHL and NBA shall be interesting. They should when both series get closed out. Only let 4 against Pittsburgh and San Francisco combine his last 2 outings. Yeah, he's been better. I like the over in the D-backs game. Sure. Heat need to sound the alarm and buckle down. Must win game 6. Yep. Let's head to the final game of the day, Nick.
Yeah, and I've made a play on this game as well. The Seattle Mariners are minus 145, total of 7 in this game. They're actually now up to minus 151. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this game. Actually, minus 153. I apologize. Line opened up at minus 151. It's now up to a minus 153 for the Mariners. The line opened up at a 7. It's now a 7 at seven minus 110. It did get up to 7 minus 120. It's 7 minus 111 now. So since the opening line, of 1 cent line movement towards the over in this game. We have 58% of the tickets and 81% of the cash is on the Pirates in this game, and the lines move 2 cents towards the Mariners.
Yep.
And we have 78% of the tickets and 56% of the cash is on the over in this game. The lines moved a penny towards the over. I really want nothing to do with the total. I'm looking at the side here in this one. We have Keller and Kirby, your pitching matchup here. Keller, 2.44 ERA, but a 2.82 expected ERA. Kirby, 2.62 ERA, but a 2.92 expected ERA. So overall, these two pitchers have pitched really well. Their expected ERAs are below 3. So I definitely don't understand all the money on the over, which kind of leans me towards an under in this game a little bit. But I think this total is maybe a little low. That kind of scares me off, but it is what it is. The Mariners, 99 runs created plus, which is 14th against righties. The Pirates struggle against righties, 27th, 80 runs created plus. And then the Mariners, number 1 in baseball against number 1 bullpen. The Pirates actually have the number 8 bullpen. I'm kind of thinking of a double down on this spot here, and I'm not somebody who advocates for, never mind, it's minus 145. I was going to look at the team total under for the Pirates as well, because I'm on the Mariners minus 1 here at minus 105. I think the Pirates are a little bit of a public dog here. I think that we could see a combination of Kirby and the bullpen for the Mariners shut down this Pirates offense, and we see Mariners cruise to a 5-2 win, something along those lines, a 4-2 win. I like the Mariners here on the minus 1 line.
I'm on the same boat. I like Kirby. Kirby's one of the guys that I want to be backing. And obviously he's against Mitch Keller, which is one guy that I kind of trust on the other side. Kirby's got a 2.62 ERA this year. He's actually been quite good. And somebody that I like to go after. Mitch Keller has a lot better. 2.18 on home, 2.73 on the road. So it's not too much different for his ERA splits. But I do like I'll run with the Seattle Mariners as well in this game. Coming off a nice sweep. They've been winning a couple of games. They've won 4 in a row and 5 out of 6. Granted, the 4 in a row were all against the Oakland Athletics, but a win's a win. Go ahead, give me a Seattle run line.
There you go.
I need more contributions from Duncan Robinson. Yes. Tim is afraid of a Nuggets-Celtics finals. I'm not afraid of one. I would prefer a Nuggets-Heat finals so that Nuggets get home court. So that's what I want. I want to see the Nuggets have home court. If Nuggets had home court against either one of them, I wouldn't care. But because they only get it against the Heat, no, I'd rather have the Heat. No one is afraid of that finals matchup. That would be a Nuggets sweep. Celtics might pick up 1 if it started in Boston. And it would be game 2 because teams that play a game 7 are not good on a game 1 in the next series. Okay. Nerfy, sure. Raise the Jolly Roger. No. I don't like the Jolly Roger today. Normally I would say yes, but not today. Let's go ahead and pay some bills, Nick, before we head on out for today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, picks and parlays, premium plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBest.com website. It's all linked down below. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parlays YouTube channel. Check out SeatGeek. Check out Bet Win Repeat over on the Picks and Parlays YouTube channel in an hour. Me and Nick will be on there. So make sure you guys check all that stuff out and go from there. No playoffs today, Nick.
Yeah.
But today, I kind of like the under in the Reds game. We're on the White Sox. I like the Rays. I like the Orioles. I like the Yankees today. Under in the Guardians. I like the over in the Atlanta game. Over in Minnesota. I like the Nationals today. Kind of lean Angels run line. I like the under in the Oakland game. I like the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I like Seattle today.
Yeah, I'm on the Reds first 5 plus 120. I'm on the White Sox -1. I'm on the Orioles money line. I'm on the Cardinals first 5. I'm on the Royals money line. Blue Jays Twins over 7.5. Mets Rockies over 11. Miami Marlins money line. Boston Arizona over 8.5, and the Mariners -1 to close off the slate.
There you go. Good luck today, everyone. Have a good day, boys. Let's get it. Heat it up. Let's get it. That's going to do it for this episode of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I got to find the clip. Goodbye.